How are you? Hello fellow bookworms, today I'm going to take you through my bookshelves to show you what I like to read and give you an idea of my vibes and just, give you some nice shelf pin-up stuff. Just a short caveat, we've got more than these shelves because Ian's parents downsized and they have a lot of books. We got rid of about 8 big boxes of books before we put them all on shelves, but we still have a lot of books, and the reason is because they're a lifetime of collection from his mum and his dad and their parents and possibly their parents' parents. We've certainly got books going all the way back to the Great Generation, and they are the silent generation. My other half's Gen X and I am a millennial, so the only people we're really missing are baby boomers, Gen Z, and there is now a new generation. I didn't know this until I was looking up what the generations were. It's Gen A. I look forward to seeing what you will be reading and probably writing eventually. I don't know what's coming after A. Go to the middle of the alphabet now? I don't know. Hello, Puddle Poops. So yeah, we've got at least 4 generations worth of books. And I thought it'd be interesting to take you through the history of time as told through the books that we have within the family unit. And if you hear weird ping pong ball noises, that is our cat Purdy, who likes to play with ping pong balls, specifically under the shelf really noisily. So you pick your moments. Hang on, let's see. Joys of cat life. Cat wife? The joys of cat wife. This one is the OG shelf. This is mine and Ian's books entirely. The top 2 shelves are Terry Pratchett's. We've got a lot of duplicates because I have Terry Pratchett books when I met him and he had a lot, and neither of us want to get rid of ours because mine were all bought secondhand through car boot sales and charity shops, and his I think are all new. So I like to read the tatty ones because when I read, it looks like I've read a book. When he reads, it looks like the book's never been touched, and I don't know how he does this. It's magic. It's like when we go out for a muddy walk. He will come home, mostly he will be pristine, and I will be absolutely up to the knees in mud. I don't know how he does it. Before you ask me what my favourite Terry Pratchett is, I could not possibly tell you. Why is it loudest when I'm talking? I couldn't possibly say what my favourite Terry Pratchett is, but I am on Team Witches. The next 2 vying for position are equal with the Death series and the City Watch series. I think the City Watch has the better overall arc, but Hogfather really elevates the Death series for me, and I just love him as a recurring character. He's such a great character. My favourite standalones are Monstrous Regiment, and for absolutely beautiful aesthetics, it's The Last Hero. It's just, oops, wrong one. Absolutely gorgeous. I recommend a copy just for vibes. Moving on. So yeah, mostly the shelf is sci-fi and fantasy, mostly sci-fi actually. We've got a few books about people. We've got most of Hannibal Lecter. We've got everything but the first book. We had the first book, but it's gone missing, and I really want to read the series because I've never actually managed to read it. But in order to read the series, I need to buy the first book. But if I buy the first book, then we'll find the original book that we first had, and now I'm in limbo because I can't bring myself to buy a book that we might then find once I've got it again. Breathe. Anyway, moving on to this shelf. This is mostly my stuff. We've got a lot of YA type stuff that I really like. We've got Garth Nix. Really love the Sabriel Aborson trilogy. We've got The Subtle Knife down at the bottom, which you can't see because, oh look, piles of books. These ones are mostly gardening and cookery. The book that's worth mentioning up here that I find of most note is Arthur and George. There was a time when Sir Arthur Conan Doyle decided to actually become Sherlock Holmes and take on a case because there was a guy called George who he felt was wrongly accused, and I think he was looking, well, certainly from what I got reading the book. And he took on the case. He won the case, but yeah, he's an author. He shouldn't be playing detective. He wrote a detective. But either way, a great book. It's due a reread. I've got McGonagall books. I really like the Gladiator Julius Caesar series, the Mongolian series. I liked it, but my God, it was hard going after a while. It was, yeah. Yeah, but the Julius Caesar series I really enjoyed all the way through. Oh my god, I've forgotten about that. What's the series called again? For years I thought I really liked that, and then I went back to read it and I realised that there was a character in a fantasy realm called the High Lord Kevin, and I couldn't get over it. I prefer Tolkien, but I enjoyed it as a teen. And then we've also got, what else? My Sabriel, Lyriel, Aborson, love those. Neverwhere, love that. Monument, again, I really liked that as a teen, but I just don't like the main character enough now to be able to read it again. I tried. Anyway, so that is the main two shelves that are mainly mine, well, entirely mine and my other half's. This one down here is a nice little array of pottage there. So this one here is mostly Ian's sisters, I think. There's a lot of books that wouldn't fit anywhere else because they're kind of tall boys. Or Pay It Forward. I love Pay It Forward. I love the film, I like the book, and they're both very different, so you kind of get something out of both. Moving right along to the big boy shelf. Oh, that wall. That's mostly Ian's parents. Right, so we've got here, along the top, this book, although it doesn't look like much, is absolutely beautiful. So it's got the most beautiful illustrations in it. Okay, so this is the book that was the gorgeous one. Look. It's called Butterflies and Moths at Home and Abroad. Unfortunately, that's coming off a bit. Oh, yeah, just be careful. So I don't really want to go through this too much because it is just has fallen in places and it is falling apart. So that's plate's completely come off. So I think I'm going to put this back. So this is an example of one of Ian's grandparents' books. It's in not very great condition. It's old and it's falling apart, but it is very beautiful. So I'm going to put it away. I'm not going to go through it too much because I don't feel like I should play with it too much. We've got a lot of art books here, and gardening, and art. For some reason we've got 2 copies of Hannibal, but no Red Dragon. Anyway, and then we've got like countries. That's definitely all Ian's parents and Ian's great grandparents. Then on this first section here on the top, we've got classics. So this is all kind of compilations of classics. Down here, we've got ones that just look really kind of old and faded, and I don't really know what most of these are. Along the bottom, we've got some Kathy Reichs. Some of those are Ian's sisters, some of those are mine. The Clive Barker one and The Exorcist, those are mine. I think that's it for that, and there was 1 or 2 Kathy Reichs. Because I loved the series Bones, I tried to read a Kathy Reichs book, and because they were so very different, I just could not get my head into it. I was really hoping for like it to be like Bones, but I couldn't get past the first chapter. But there's been enough distance that I think I could try it again, I reckon. So I'm gonna, do that at some point. Anyway. Moving on. Along the bottom here, we've got books about people, largely. We've got James Herriot, the James Herriot one's mine. Alan Bennett, that's Ian's. Angela's Ashes, that's mine. Here, classics, the newer looking editions. Shakespeare's Ian. I found this really nice copy of The Tale of Two Cities with this gorgeous gold leaf edge. And Ian's parents have the Odyssey, so those two kind of fit together nicely. Basically, this section here is a mixture of all the households. Along the bottom, a continuation of books about people that goes along into here, and then that goes into more history. And then up here we've got a mix match of stuff. Up here we've got aviation and engineering. That's Ian's dad's. And then gardening places all the way down there. And then here we've got some places that are local to the UK, Rupert books, and what I'm calling the Maeve Binchy section right there. It's got stuff that's kind of around Maeve Binchy. I don't think I've got much of anything in there. This is random box sets of stuff that people have collected. Do I have anything in the Maeve Binchy? Do I have anything? Oh yes, I do. About a Boy, for some reason we got 2 copies of that. Love that book. Chocolat, I preferred the film. Don't at me. And is that Bridget Jones? I don't remember reading that, but I know I have, and that's mine. But other than that, this is Ian's parents. Somebody tried to give me a Dick Francis and I didn't keep it, and I didn't read it because it's not my thing. So that was the Great Shelf Tour. I hope you enjoyed. If there was anything you wanted to see in greater depth, let me know and I will see what I can do about it. In the meantime, if you want to see what's coming next, please press the subscribe things and give the notification bell some ears because I cannot speak today. And in the meantime, stay spiffy. Having belly rubs? Yeah. Tell the viewers what you think. So that was the Greys.